You can barely hear the buzzing from way uptown up there. There's a tornado warning probably right on the farm down under the hill. Ooh, let me step back from lightning. Down under the hill. It's probably going to skirt just north of us, so it's going to go through there. Just between us and Kentucky. Mom and Dad are probably getting a full-on hit. The lightning's pretty bad. I'm not going to stay out here long. But there's a tornado floating right through there. It's going to go north of us. But we still got to be real careful because it's the south side of a storm that's real dangerous around here. So somebody's out driving around in this. Good Lord, crazy people. It's been an active day. We've had a few tornadoes in Tennessee. Sparta had a pretty rough time about it. Oh, they're all whirly-gigged around. But I'm going to keep a close eye for a little while. I don't know if y'all can see that. Right over there. Oh, you can't see it. There's a little white fluff of clouds right there mixed in with the dark for me. And that's really normal when we have a high elevated tornado storm. The levels of clouds mix, and I can see just the smallest little ribbon of white coming up. Lots of lightning. It's chilly. It's a cold wind. I'm going to get back inside. Look, my willows bloomed. I'm going to get back inside, y'all, but tornado warning. I have to hold it vertical, y'all, to maintain control. We're in the wind now. It's coming from that way up through here between us and Kentucky. Mom and Dad are in the wind and the roar right now. Wind's picking up here. I'm fixing to go back inside. Listen. This is the outskirts of it. Pretty good storm. Yeah. Okay, everything's starting to go sideways. I'm going to go in now. Ew. We're under the gun here. We're on the edge of it, but it's a rough one. It's got a lot of power. It knocked that was Oscar's brush. I had it up here. It knocked it down. Had some big gusts go through just a second ago. Not a friendly storm at all. Not at all. We came to the back room of the addition that David built. It's sturdier than the trailer part of the home. It's got double roofs, and I trust it more. But we're on the south side of the storm, which you got to be careful with the wind. But the tornado's between us and Kentucky, so the tornado's actually over there. But this is where we've got to be the safest from everything. Wild storm. My lights are all lit up. My pool floaties. Ew. It passed us just a minute ago. You hear the roar? You can hear it. Let me go through and see if you can see it. Did you hear that roar? It's farther than it was when I run through the house to see if anybody else could hear it, but that roar just went through there. Right where the thunder's coming from the worst. Succotash. David wants me inside. Good Lord. So the tower cam in town is going down because basically this thing went right over the old hospital where I used to work. Look at those pine trees just a whipping. So it's about 4 miles from us, but it's going the other way. We're just going to get the wind off of it. That was the roar that I had in the last little segment right before this. Mom and Dad are now without power. Boy, look at them trees going. I heard the roar, but David made me come back inside. Yeah, I fuss at Dad, but then again, I ain't just like him, so I'm gonna call and check on them. We're still getting wind and still need ducks for my pond. The tornado has passed us. It literally went like 2.5, 3 miles right there. Mom and Dad heard it go over. I don't think it really touched down unless it bobbled, but it took the tower cam, the weather tower cam, out at town. So it looks like it went directly over the hospital, which is just about 2.5 miles. Maybe, well, that's road-wise, as the crow flies right there. I could hear it. I don't know if it's going to come through on my previous segment. Oh, shit. Let's get inside. Excuse my French. That was a little scary. I could hear it. I hope it came through on the segment. I hate lightning. But we'll see if it came through on the segment. This is still a little hairy, so I'm going to go back in the house. Wild evening, tornadoes are dropping all along this front now after they thought it was calming down, so weather. That's the only place I can safely film is out here because of the lightning. Just got EMS services, emergency management services. They did an announcement. Got trees down in the city limits of Jamestown, trees down on the Fairgrounds Road in Jamestown, power's out in the city limits. Mom and Dad's power's out. We have power, but we connect funny. Normally ours goes out first, but everybody else went out first today. And we were just spitting distance from that tornado, but it just traveled north of us and hit right smack downtown. So smack downtown Jamestown. Got a full-on hit. Don't know if it was bobbling or actually touched down. And I guess as I learn more, I'll send you more information. Oh, that lightning is like a bright neon pastel red. It scared the crap out of me earlier. Sorry, I let one slip. But this has been a hairy night, and now what they thought was dying down, this line that they thought was dying down, is now amping up and dropping tornadoes everywhere. David trimmed our redbud tree. Thank God, or it probably would have went over with all that wind. Now we're just in the storm and rain, downpour, and a little bit of wind gust. But, whoa, that was hairy for a minute, y'all. Well, we're still getting some spin up there with the pine trees. Interesting evening, y'all. Jamestown apparently took a hit. Don't know if it just kind of hovered, bobbled, or full on sat down. We'll find out soon, but we do have damage, trees down, and power out. My hair. It was a rough last hour, y'all. Don't judge me. That was big bad lightning. So we just got a little bit of news. It blew the roof off the highway department building. And they're looking into a touchdown possible in the Squirrel Flats area.